everyone, welcome to Otaku Saga. I'm Rizzo.
I'm Zero.
And I'm DK. On this episode of Anime Reaction, we watched episode 4 of Qualidea Code.
If you want to check out our reaction to the 4th episode of Qualidea Code, hit that link in the description below.
And be sure to give us feedback in the comment section because we love hearing from you.
And as always, if you like what you see, subscribe to Otaku Saga. And don't forget to like and share our videos. And thanks for watching.
So on this episode of Qualidea Code, they managed to evac Canaria back to the hospital.
Right, at the end of the last episode, and the call for help goes out. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
And then they all decide that they need to get everybody from all of their schools to team up and go after the Leviathan class.
So this episode had a lot of character development for Ichan.
No, especially for Ichan, yeah.
I think it ran by really way too quick.
Okay.
He progressed from a
Douchebag?
self-righteous,
Douchebag?
yeah,
Douchebag.
Let's face it, he was a little bit of a douche.
all he doesn't care about anybody but Canaria,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all he wants to do is become the strongest person in the world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
But he progresses directly from that to being the guy who works with other people.
the perfect leader.
Yeah.
I mean, you could say that as being kind of, how shall we say, progression done a little too quickly. I think he was kind of shocked into it, more or less, just given the severity of the situation and what he was up against. And I mean, yeah, most of the time, character progression and change in people in real life can be slow and is. But sometimes, it's just really bad things happen that just make you just snap into being someone else.
So my memory of the last 3 episodes in this series are a little vague. My apologies. I'm not the greatest memory with all these series.
Oh, don't worry. If anyone's watched this for more than a few minutes, they know that for all of this.
But I'm fairly certain that Ichan doesn't really have all that many leadership skills. I haven't seen him take charge, and if it is take charge, it's get out of the fucking way because I'm doing something.
True. Yeah, normally he's just handled it with Canaria's help, and everyone's just kind of in the back row.
Yeah, great power does not automatically make a great leader.
True.
Is what it is.
In this episode, when he actually comes back to battle and he's like, yeah, we're all gonna be teammates and it's all gonna be grand and it's gonna be great, he instantly gets into that leadership role that he, to my knowledge, knows nothing about, and he's actually doing proper protocols.
He stepped into a leadership role, or more accurately, he got bright slapped into a leadership role. Let's face it. It's kind of an old trope now, but it can work wonders.
The ending was fantastic.
Oh, geez, the ending. Now we're getting to that.
Picking up the sword lady, got a name. But picking up the sword lady and running.
Did they ever even mention her name?
I'm sure that they did.
Yeah.
I think they put up profiles for each of them.
Oh, yeah, like we're totally gonna scan that.
Right. But yeah, picks up Hime, I guess.
Yeah.
What her second in command calls her, princess, whatever. Picks her up, and they go and combine their powers to do an ultimate attack on the Leviathan class.
Combo, epic one.
Yeah. Also, Canaria returns to the battlefield with Aoi, who is the
nurse.
No, she's an administrative officer. And they combine their powers to super buff everybody.
We mean everybody.
I really like that shot where it shows the overhead with all the magic and bullets and stuff flying, and then they start. Well, Canaria starts singing, so it's using both of their powers, and then just suddenly like super powerful attacks.
Canaria's, I guess, New World ability. I think that's what he called it. That ability will grant buffs to everybody in hearing range.
Right.
Period. The overboost comes from Ao-Chan.
Yeah.
So
makes it
basically using that
awesome.
as, I guess, a antenna or whatever.
Again, yeah. Combo.
Yep.
Perfect combination.
It was actually really cool.
But yeah, their combination working with Ichan's and Hime's combination, though, damn. I'm actually a little bit disappointed that they didn't make a more destructive scene out of that. Out of that powerful.
You know what my disappointment is in all this? The fact that they said E equals MC squared.
That was kind of lame. But yeah, I mean, Ichan's power is gravity manipulation, but
it didn't quite fit.
Yeah, that was kind of lame for
Especially
a one-liner.
since it's not E equals MC squared. It's force equals mass times acceleration. Damn bugs.
No, I choked on my own spit. Anyway, so after the battle's over, it's revealed that Aoi and Canaria got, I assume, tagged by the unknown.
Some sort of tag on their necks.
Yeah, Ao-Chan did this
Flips her hair.
and showed like a little red mark here.
And that sends the Force Commander into the mother of all shit faces.
Yeah.
And for good reason, considering what happens soon after.
Yeah, so Canaria and Ikun they're out on like the pier or whatever, on the beach. And they're talking, and Ikun says that he's going to ask for a demotion because he realized that he's been a giant tool. And so that Canaria would end up being the first in command of the Tokyo school. While they're talking, and Ikun coming out and saying that she is the most important person to him. And right when she opens her mouth to reciprocate that,
Waylord used Body Slam.
Not even, just I think it was more like Rayquaza used extreme speed. It came in so damn fast.
But it left a giant asshole.
That is true. More round hole too.
Waylord used Body Slam.
Just
It was
as epic. It was as epic as it was shocking.
Yep.
Because it literally came out of nowhere.
It's either that or a hyper beam of some sort that was shot upwards. That could be a possibility too. Either way,
I like Waylord D's Body Slam.
that's just more amusing.
That is much more amusing.
Anyway, it was shocking. I think they could have shocked a little better.
No. That ending had plenty of impact.
oh. The money in the jar. That's it. We're gonna get an awful jar. In every episode, we're just gonna sit with a pile of quarters in front of us.
But my problem with that is it flashed between the commander, Ao-Chan, Canaria, a shadow in the water, and then
the shadow of like a seagull or something.
No. So yeah, it had the shadow of the unknown in the water, like showing its eye or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it also showed the the silhouette of it looked like a crow.
And that got sliced to hell.
But it showed like all 5 of these things just.
I think the shock would have been better if it had the bit with Aoi in the command room, and then it did the entire scene with Canaria and Ikun
Without any sort of transitions.
Just.
And yeah, it just would have been better if it was just like go to the commander, see the red eye, have this conversation with Canaria, and then just there it is, out of nowhere. I think that would have had a much bigger impact on the audience and would have been much more, I guess.
Interesting. If I were directing that shot, it kind of would have kept the whole theme of cycling shots going, except have the outcome play out of those, with Canaria being the last one. So, Aoi, Crow, Canaria. But
pretty much.
There you go. I mean, it was still.
I don't know. Yeah, I definitely feel as though the scene could have had a little bit more impact, but I think it had plenty of impact.
It had plenty.
It had plenty of impact. I think it just could.
Damn.
Anyway.
Shocking ending, though.
So, let us know what you thought of the anime, what you thought of our reaction in the comment section below.
Hit thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't.
But that's going to do it for this episode of Anime Reaction. As always, I'm DK.
I'm Zero.
And I'm Rizzo.
See you next time.